Stood at the altar and promised to love, honor, and cherish Emily for the rest of my life. And in hindsight, I had no idea what any of that actually demanded or required of me. And this is just my opinion, but knowing what I know now, if you didn't grow up with a good example of what real love is, then it's so easy to either practice or settle for a counterfeit version of it. Because for me, I understand now that love isn't just a feeling. It's an action. And real love is kind and respectful and generous. Real love doesn't criticize or put people down or call them names. Real love listens before interrupting or getting defensive. Real love understands that words have the power of life or death in our relationships, don't they? And don't mishear me, real love isn't perfect. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna unintentionally hurt or neglect your partner. But real love is humble enough to admit when we've messed up or hurt someone we love. Real love takes accountability and apologizes and changes, because the best apology is changed behavior. And arrogance or pride or selfishness will never let you do any of that. And speaking of humility, real love is able to admit, maybe I don't know everything. Real love is open to learning about how our traumas and fears and insecurities can sabotage real love in our relationships. Real love is sacrificial in nature. Real love prioritizes, not perfectly, but consistently. It wants to know how it can serve the other person in the ways that they feel it most, because real love gives. But here's what people miss. We have to learn to love ourselves well before we can love others well. Because when you don't truly love yourself, when you don't fully believe that you're worthy of kindness and respect, when you're harsh with yourself, or when you bury your own feelings and needs, you will tolerate that same behavior coming from someone else, won't you? That doesn't mean you deserve any of that neglect or disrespect or abuse. It simply means in most cases, you weren't taught what real love was supposed to look like or feel like, were you? Because yes, real love gives and sacrifices and serves, but real love also knows that you can't love someone out of their toxic nature. You can't serve someone out of their self-centeredness, can you? Because love was always designed to be reciprocated in relationships. It's not loving when you continue to give to someone who is only taking advantage of you. And that resentment and anger and neglect you feel is your body telling you something isn't right here. We might be feeling loving feelings towards them, but that doesn't mean they are loving us. And it's possible that your needs aren't being met, or that they're violating some of your boundaries. And real love would never want you to abandon yourself just to feel valued.